Hey guys, I'm back. Alright, Peeps, we gotta talk about something. It's about Peeps, guys, or girls with the same name. Okay, so this happened to me about 5 or 6 times. And it's not the point that you call me somebody else's name, it's the fact that you want to try to take my time, and I'm not. And you know what? I don't have that much time to talk to you, so yeah. So when you do take my time, yeah. But I'm gonna say this. This happened, yeah, like I said, 5 or 6 times, and it was all with juniors, seniors, and maybe some sophomore. And sorry, I'll try not to have that going through the video. Anyway, this happened a few times. As I mentioned, I would have them like text me or add me on Snapchat, and they'll be talking to me. I'm talking to them. I'm like, by the way, who are you? Because I'll talk to somebody if they're from my high school, you know. I'm like, by the way, who are you? And they're like, I sit with you in French or in Spanish or in biology or biotech. And I'm like, okay, I'm a freshman. I can't take any of those classes except for French, and my classes scheduled don't have French right now. Okay? And they're like, you have to be Faith B or Faith C. And I'm like, no. And they're like, yeah, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, yeah, you are. And they'll argue with me about it. I'm like, number one, I know who I am. I know who I belong to. I know my last name. I know my full name. Y'all don't believe me, that's your problem. Okay? And my problem is you look at when you add somebody else Snapchat, they'll have the full name and they'll have the picture of the ghost. And on Instagram you'll have your pictures and your name. And then on Facebook you'll have your name and profile and some pictures with your friends. Okay? And I'm like, so it's not that hard to figure out that that's me. Okay? Don't confuse me with somebody else and argue with me about who I am, because I am not, okay? It's just, it gets so overwhelming because it takes my time from these videos, and then like when they juniors and seniors talk to me, because let's face it, freshmen, we all want to be the ones that talk to the juniors and the seniors and be popular if we're not. So when they do that, I'm like, oh, I'm popular, because I used to be popular, and then I, as y'all call it, dropped down social standards because I didn't want to be a bitch anymore. Sorry for that word, but it's the truth considering what's happening with the populars and stuff, and I didn't want to hang out with them, and so yeah, y'all know what happens, and so we call them the what you call it, the socias or the pops or whatever. Y'all have your names in different groups, so that's what we call them. And so anyway, I was like, oh, am I finally popular again? Do I have to deal with these F-boys and these F-girls again? Because there's some of those, and there's some B-words. And do I have to deal with those people again? I'm like, oh, not again. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? I'll talk to them. And they're like, oh, you're not this guy's girl, or girl, I'm just going to worse the guy. You're not this girl? I'm like, no. Because I don't talk like this, like most popular girls. I'm sorry for on y'all, but y'all do talk like that. If y'all recorded yourself and listened, you would hear that. And that y'all's voices just make my ears ring. I'm sorry. Y'all do. And so when that happens, it makes me so aggravated. Okay? Get the person's name right. If you look on Snapchat, you're going to see all the names and the pictures and who they are. Get their name right at least, because that's going to make them mad, because you insist they're somebody else and they're not. Okay? We are us, so don't say anything about it. Get our names right at least.